when we discuss upon the different types of the pipes that are used in transportation of the water, varieties of the materials that comes to our imagination, but we will be giving importance to few of them considering their advantages and disadvantages. Here we will be studying some types of the pressure pipes, that is they can withstand the pressure of the water, that is why they are called as the pressure pipes. So depending on the construction material, the pressure pipes are of the following types. So these are the main types of the pipes that will be used. First one is the cast iron pipes, generally known as CI pipes. Second one is steel pipes. Third one is reinforced cement concrete pipes. This is more common variety of the pipes. Fourth one is hewn steel pipes. Fifth one, vitrified clay pipes. And sixth one is asbestos cement pipes. And seventh one is miscellaneous types of pipes. This includes other category of or other materials of the pipes which will be used in some particular cases. The selection of particular type of the material for a pipe, it depends mainly upon relative economy and the pressure likely to come and the working pressure, maximum permissible sizes, and also the capacities and availability of the material and labor for their construction, etc. Considering all these points in the mind, we have to select some particular type of the pipe material for some particular type of the work. This is about the different types of the pressure pipes. Let us understand each of them, their character, and also some of the advantages and disadvantages with respect to each of them. First one we are considering is the cast iron pipes. Cast iron pipes, these are widely used for the city water supplies since because of their capacity or the capacity to resist the tensile loads, they are sufficiently resistant to the corrosion and may last as long as 100 years and so. So because of their long life, they are mostly used in the complete distribution for the entire cities. They are generally manufactured in the length of about 3.5 meters, but may be manufactured in lengths of up to 6 meters also. And on special orders, they are manufactured in a more lengths also. Since because of their durability, they are considered most for the entire city's supplies. So we're considering its advantages and disadvantages. Let us check its advantages. Cost is moderate. Whenever we are speaking on the cost, these are of moderate cost, is not at all high, not at all low. So easy to join. Joining of the pipes is one such mechanism. It is very difficult to make watertight joints in case of the water supply. That is why whenever we speak about, for example, cement concrete pipes, it is very difficult to make a watertight joints, but in this case it is easy to join, and it is also strong and durable since the material is of iron. It is strong and also it is durable for about long life up to 100 years is considered, and also it is corrosion resistant. Some measures has to be taken in order to avoid the corrosion also. To some extent it is corrosion resistant also. As we already told, long life up long life up to 100 years can be obtained. This is so much needed. Why? Because water supply treatments and many of the functions what we are designing, the design life itself will be considered as 30 years, minimum of 30 years. That is why we expect all these things to be durable enough to withstand complete design period. And the sixth point, service connections can be easily made. Since we know the household connections, the connections will be coming out with the cast iron pipelines generally. So because of that, it is easy for the service connections that can be easily connected to the houses, as well as in case of the supply lines, it is quite easy. Next is the disadvantages of cast iron pipes. The water carrying capacity decreases with time as the value of friction factor increases due to the tuberculation in certain waters. So this is because some kind of the obstruction that is created in the inner surface, that we call it as a tuberculation. So because of that, the obstruction is provided for the flow of the water. Because of that, the frictional factor increases. Friction is always a factor that creates a loss in the head. So head loss is created and the pressure gets decreased. So this is one factor we consider in design of the pumps also. So friction increases as the time passes. Because of this, the water carrying capacity also reduces. Next point, they cannot be used for high pressures, generally not used for pressures above 700 kilonewton per meter square. So they cannot withstand the pressures which are more of 700 kilonewton per meter square. Within this other cases, we can go for this kind of the pipes. Third point, when large, they are heavy and also uneconomical. Since material is a iron, it is when we are manufacturing under the requirements in a large area, that is considering its heavy diameters, it will be heavy to handle and also it is uneconomical to transport them. So in such a cases, it becomes not feasible in order to manufacture, handle, and also the cost of that is uneconomical. Last point, they are likely to break during transportation or while making connections. So since they may be a brittle item, because of that there is a chances of the sudden breakage during the transportation also, while making the connections also, while handling them. It has to be careful enough in order to avoid the breakage of the pipes. This is about the cast iron pipes. Next type of the pipes we are considering is the steel pipes. Steel plates of varying thickness for withstanding different pressures are generally bent and welded, sometimes riveted, so as to manufacture the steel pipes. Steel pipes generally are manufactured by using the steel plates. Either they may be welded or sometimes riveted, that is bolted connections may be given. They are bent into the diameter what we want in order to make the pipes. Welded pipes are smoother and stronger than the riveted pipes because bolted connection may lead to some of the leakages. That is why it is always preferable to choose welded pipes because of the smooth finishing what we get and also the strong connections what we get. And they are generally used nowadays. So steel pipes, they are strong in tension. That is, we know compression and the tension are the two stress it has to, our civil structures has to withstand. When we compare to the tension, these pipes are good at carrying the tension stress. And even large size diameter pipes around 6 meter or so can also be made with the thin shells, and these pipes can be designed for withstanding high internal pressures. So since they are of the desired thickness, they can be made customized, so they can be made to withstand some of the internal pressures also. Compared to the CI pipes, these are quite advantageous. So steel pipes are hence frequently used for raw water trunk mains, inverted siphons, and pumping mains, because pumping mains and the water mains are having the more of pressure when we compare to the other distribution supplies, where pressures are high and sizes are larger. Owing to the difficulty in making connections, steel pipes are seldom used for distribution mains, and where cast iron pipes are frequently used, instead of that we can go for a steel pipes. Steel being much stronger than cast iron, large steel pipes constructed for high pressures are much lighter in weight, besides being cheaper, easier to construct, and more easily transported than cast iron pipes. And they are, however, important. Uh, they are, however, important disadvantages because steel pipes are not adapted to withstanding external loads of backfill, traffic, etc., while a partial vacuum caused by emptying of the pipes may cause collapse or distortions if not designed properly. This is the main disadvantage with respect to the steel pipes. As we told, since they are made up of there is sheets of the steel material of certain thickness, they cannot withstand large of the external loads. So when some external loads like backfill load or traffic load is coming on them, so they will be trying to collapse or completely distorted. So if not designed properly, that is also a consideration. When such a loads are coming, we have to take it in mind and keep out certain good quality to withstand such kind of the loads. Riveted steel pipes suffer loss of capacity owing to the effect of the joints and rivets in reducing the net diameter of the pipe. The thinner walls, the greater susceptibility to the corrosion, are likely to cause high maintenance charges and shortened life. And also these have around 25 to 50 years of average life. So when we compare to CI pipes, the life duration what we have given for this is quite less, and also the lifespan is shortened, and also maintenance cost is quite high when we compare with the CI pipes in order to avoid the corrosion. This is about the steel pipes. Next, we will be considering the cement concrete pipes. When we speak about the cement concrete pipes, the large diameter pipes comes into our imagination. They are generally used in the main line since they are capable of withstanding the compression also. That is, the compressive load that coming on the pipes can be withstanded by the concrete pipes. In order to take care of the tension, we can go for RCC pipes where reinforcement is also provided. Plain cement concrete pipes are manufactured in small sizes up to a maximum of 0.6 meter diameter, while they are reinforced with steel for large diameter pipes. As I told, in order to withstand the tension as well as the compression, the combination of the steel and the concrete is used together. They are easily available in sizes up to diameter, say about 1.8 meters, and may got manufactured for larger diameters, say up to 4.5 meters on special orders. And these pipes may either be prepared at the site by transporting various ingredients, so that is cast in situ, or can be manufactured in the factories and transported to the site. So in both the cases, we can go for either cast in situ pipes, or else we can go for pre-casted pipes that will be readily available from the factories. Cast in situ pipes are useful when the site conditions are difficult, because of the transportation problem, where it may be difficult to carry the pipes. But when the pipes are casted at site, lesser supervision and check is possible as compared to the case of precast pipes, wherein complete quality control care is taken in the companies itself. This is about the cement concrete pipes. Let us check its advantages and disadvantages. So cement concrete pipes, when it is reinforced along with the concrete, then we call it as a RCC pipes. So advantages, when we speak on, they resist external compressive loads and do not collapse under the nominal vacuums and traffic loads. See, they can withstand the compression that is coming in the roads when they are used in the roads. They can withstand the compressive pressures, compressive stresses, and also the external loads that are coming on them. They are not corroded from inside by normal potable waters and from outside by ordinary soils. They neither are susceptible to the effect of the water nor to the effect of the soil because they are safe. They are quite strong and their useful life is of around 75 years. When we compare with the steel and cast iron, these are having some intermediate that is around 75 years, that will be enough for us when we consider the design period for distribution supplies. Fourth point, they are easy to construct either at site or at factories and with the local ingredients. So the materials that are used for this manufacture is not costly. They are easily available also. So they have a flexibility. Either we can construct them at the site or in the factories. They are giving both the flexibilities. Next, when we come for fifth point, the coefficient of expansion being low, expansion joints may not be needed when laid above the ground. So when we compare with the steel pipes, when they are subjected to the heat, there is a chances of the expansion of the material. But in this case, the coefficient of expansion when we compare this is very low. Only in case of the RCC pipes we have some sort of the expansion. Otherwise, the factor is very low. Because of that, we don't need to provide the expansion joints and we can avoid even though when we construct it above the grounds. Last point, if we laid in the water, the empty pipes do not float because of their heavy weights. As we know, concrete is having a heavy weight. Because of that, they doesn't come to the top and float at the surface. That one is one factor which we can say it under the advantages. When we speak about disadvantages of the RCC pipes, they are likely to corrode by groundwaters due to the presence of acids, alkalis, or sulfur compounds. So, if some compounds such as sulfurs, other things which causes the corrosion, if they are present in the groundwater, it is very difficult to manage the corrosion because it takes place in the internal pipes. Next point, they are difficult to be repaired. So, to take out them and to repair it is very difficult since they are a casted material. Third one, they cannot withstand very high pressures. When a high pressure of the water is given, there is a chances of the leakage and they cannot withstand that kind of the pressures also. They are heavy and bulky and hence difficult to transport, and even the transportation is of difficult, and also installation of the pipes is also quite difficult, and making connections in them is a little difficult job because handling them and moving them itself is very difficult since because of their heavy weight. So connection, transportation, joining, all these factors are quite difficult in case of RCC pipes. They tend to leak due to shrinkage, cracks and porosity. As we know, the manufacturing difficulties due to the concrete in the concrete, there may be some factors such as the shrinkage, cracks and the porosity. If that kind of problems are present, they may lead to the leakages also. So these are disadvantages and also the advantages of the RCC pipes. Next, let us take up the vitrified clay pipes, the white material casted that we generally use it in houses in case of the wash basins and other fixtures or toilet basins. So such a material we generally call it as a vitrified clay pipes. So they are generally not used as pressure pipes for carrying the waters, but are extensively used for carrying sewage. As I told, in wastewater carrying structures such as sink, household activities, wash basins, sometimes used in the toilet basins. So such as in sewage carrying and drainage carrying things, we will be using vitrified clay materials. These pipes are free from corrosion. They provide smooth, hydraulically efficient surface. Because of the smooth surface what they are providing, they are instead of used in case of the water, they are used in the sewage carrying structures. They are not used as pressure pipes because clay is very weak in tension and formation of watertight joints becomes difficult in them. And also clay pipes are commonly made in lengths of about 0.6 to 1.2 meter. They can be a good structure in some of the cases, but they cannot withstand any other loads. Because of that, they are not at all preferred in case of the supply pipes and distribution pipes. They are used only in certain particular cases where it is required for the smooth surface of them. So next type of the pipe we are considering is asbestos pipes. Asbestos, silica and cement are converted under pressure to a dense homogeneous material possessing a high strength called asbestos cement pipe. This is a combination of the materials asbestos, silica and the cement. So they are manufactured by using these three materials homogeneously. This is made of high strength. This material is used for casting these pipes, and the asbestos fibers, which is thoroughly mixed with the cement, serves as a reinforcement. This is quietly prepared in order to withstand both the compression and the tension. And these pipes are generally available in different sizes, say about 10 to 90 centimeters. So the diameter in about 4 meters length, and these pipes are generally made in 4 different grades to withstand the pressures. Generally, different grades are 250 kilonewton per meter square pressures and 1400 kilonewton per meter square pressures. So in order to withstand, these are manufactured. So some IS provision is also provided for these pipes manufacturing. So when we talk about the advantages and disadvantages of asbestos pipes, they are like that. First point, they are light and hence easy to transport. Because of their lightweight, transportation is quite easy, and they can be easily assembled without skilled labor. No skilled labor is required in this case and easily assembled. They are highly resistant to the corrosion and they are highly flexible and may permit as much as 12 degrees deflection in laying them around the curves. And expansion joints are not required as the coefficient of expansion is low and the joints are also flexible. So they are very smooth and thus provide hydraulically efficient pipe. There is no factor of friction at all. So because of this, they provide a very good smooth surface for the transportation of the liquids. And their carrying capacities do not reduce with the time since because of smooth surface. And they are very suitable to be used as a small size distribution pipes. So they are suitable, but in much of the cases they will be not used for distribution water supplies. When we talk about the disadvantages, they are costly. This is a quite different variety of the pipe. Because of the special manufacturing conditions, they prove to be costly. These pipes do not have much strength and are brittle and soft. They are liable to get damaged by excavating tools and are during the transportation transits. They are very brittle, and also the material what it is manufactured is very soft. They are easily breakable even during the uh, operation of the joining and also during the transportation. Third point, the rubber joint seals may deteriorate if exposed to gasoline or other petroleum products, since cannot be used for transporting petroleum products. Since rubber materials are used in the joints, so it may be susceptible to the deterioration. as it is exposed to the different materials such as petroleum products. So for transporting petroleum products, this is not suitable. These are the disadvantages of the asbestos pipes. Next, let us check what are the miscellaneous types of the conduits or the pipes that are available. So various other materials that are manufactured as and used as a conduits include copper, wrought iron, plastics, etc. We are more familiar with the plastic pipes since we are using it in house scale also. Copper pipes are very costly. Although they are highly resistant to acidic as well as alkaline waters, they cannot be bent easily and do not sag due to the heat, and they are therefore very useful for carrying hot waters in interiors of the building. So since because the material is costly, it is rarely used. But next is the wrought iron pipes. They are lighter than the cast iron pipes and can be more easily cut, threaded, and worked. They are more costly but neat in appearance, and they are generally manufactured in small sizes and are useful for indoor works. However, they corrode quickly and are less durable. So these are also having some conditions and generally protected by galvanizing them. Then they are called as a galvanized iron pipes. So galvanizing is done with the help of the zinc coatings. Next, another most used variety is the plastic pipes. Since because of their cost, flexibility in handling, lightweight, and leakage proof, all these qualities, plastic pipes are used more, but they cannot be used in the large supply lines since because they are easily breakable. Because of that, in the interiors of the houses, we can easily use the plastic pipes for transporting the water.